What's up, world, and welcome to our show, Cuzzo Convo. We're your hosts, Renaissance Ronnie
and Mo Lovely. We're here to have an open dialogue about all things Black reality TV, highlighting positivity and giving out real life accountability checks.
So grab your seat and whatever you need, because we about to dig in.
What's going on, wonderful world? It is Mo Lovely and
Renaissance Ronnie.
Welcome to another episode of Cuzzo Convo.
Convo.
Yeah, so
all right.
I know that you guys already know that the block is hot. The block is hot, and so we're not gonna waste
the
no
block
time.
is so hot that it's not even worth even. I mean, we're gonna talk about the show, but the block being hot is more exciting than the show.
Yeah, so much that I even forgot about the show. Period. I was like, "What happened? What was going on in the show?" So, so we're going to go ahead and jump right on in. The one thing that I will say, as far as like, I think a positive is, I will say that Tiffany seems to be finding I feel like her place. Like, she is trying not to do too much, but at the same time she's also, trying to keep her place. Sometimes I do say, all right, Tiff, watch yourself, tread lightly, don't be messy here. But she's trying to find her place, and I think that was probably where she should have started last season instead of coming in
just with everybody's tea, like just being messy.
Right.
She
exactly.
should just came in trying to make friends like she's trying to do this season.
Yes. So I will say that, Tiffany, I think you're doing a good job with
I will say that I did think that she was going to turn her trip to find her dad into a girls trip, but she made it clear that she doesn't like girls trips.
Girls trips, I know. That is interesting. When Kimmy was like, can I admit that's probably one thing that one of the only things, well, was she saying the only things they have in common?
They have in common.
I was like,
she said the only at first. She said, well, maybe one of the only.
One of the things, yes. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've ever been on a girls trip, actually.
I've never been on a girls trip. Yeah, I don't think I have either.
I think one other girl, like maybe one other two tops, but mm-mm.
I mean, I guess that's a girls trip though. You said you have been on one with,
but we've had boys there. I mean, we had men there.
Oh yeah, then it wasn't. You didn't have
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think I've ever actually just all females. No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, me either.
I've actually always enjoyed going like solo dolo, like everywhere that I've traveled internationally besides South Africa, which is when I was married with Tony. Well, I am married, but as far as like going somewhere, I've always traveled. I've always just felt like I just would find friends there, and I have, like,
in the internationally, you find new friends.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, I remember you traveling abroad when you were in college, but that was for a long stretch of time. But
yeah, and when we were at Ellington, I went. Remember, Madame Binskin sent me over for the summertime to the UK, and come to find out, I just found out that one of the guys that I was in the UK with, he's on a new reality show. And I was like, that's Marcus. I was like, I know him. So I digress. But yeah.
I was going to say, yeah, we can all stop.
Anyway, so yes, kudos to Tiff. Tiff, keep it up. Keep doing you, like, tread lightly though, because you be having a little bit of moments where I'd be like, all right, Tiffany, don't get yourself caught up in a mess.
Anyway. So yeah, that was a positive.
Yeah.
But I mean, Hurricane Wanda came through.
Yes. So Hurricane Wanda in the continuation of the what is it? The Jaylin's
Housewarming.
housewarming. And again, I just gosh, Wanda, I don't know. I just feel like at this point, like I don't know. Like I get it that she is trying to show another side, or maybe Carlos is presenting another side to her with the whole like her getting the food truck or trying to get this together. But again, at some point we need to she needs to take a step back and really reevaluate like what's your purpose here, because the thing is not only are you embarrassing yourself, but you're also embarrassing your daughter, like truth be told. And I know that a lot of people are saying, hey, listen, like Tisha, you at this point you created this. You should have spoke up a long time ago. You should have told your mother, or continuously told your mother, because I mean, we've seen her saying, okay, mom, like we didn't come here for that, whatever. But she just doesn't stay on it. She doesn't stay completely like on her mom to say no, like this is not acceptable.
And it may be just like a Southern respect type of thing. But I mean, I don't have no problem telling my mom, like, Mom, okay, it's time to go. Like, come on, Mom. I mean, not like I'm kicking you up out of here, but it's just like, all right, Mom. Like,
right. Yeah,
come on, lady.
Yeah, I mean, it could be that, but I think I said it a little bit briefly last week that I just really think that Tisha, we have yet to see Tisha really have a foundation of friends, good friends that nobody, or at least on the show, we haven't seen it. She might have good girlfriends outside of the show, but we haven't seen it presented on the show. And we also haven't seen her bring any friends on the show. So my thing is I just think that she just doesn't want to go against Wanda. Period. Like, I don't want to upset my mom. I know that I'm my mom's prized possession, and so I know that it's going to cause conflict if I do it. Like if I come against her, it's going to be an issue. It's going to be a problem.
But I don't see why, because for the mere fact that she is Wanda's prized possession and she is Wanda's cash cow, like you would think that she would be able to tell Wanda what to do, like because Wanda would be at her beck and call because she's Wanda's prize. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wanda World, she gonna do what she wanna do. So talking about Miss Wanda's World doing whatever she wants to do. So obviously the streets have been piping hot since this whole week because, honey, we've gotten multiple stories and I've been trying to stay on top of it. Like this just in, this just in, this just in. Like it's so many stories. But apparently there was, the first thing was that Miss Wanda and the first thing that went going crazy was that Martell and Marsau actually got into a physical altercation. And then
right, so okay, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
So apparently Mel went live. Yeah. Right? Mel went live, and I believe it was like some chaos going on. Like we didn't really know what was going on. Mel was just saying how somebody walked up on her and she don't play that, and it was just a chaos. But Mel was in the car, so she was just basically like telling her millimeters.
Yes.
What was going on. Then the next thing you know, she gets out, she's hollering, she's telling Martell to stop, stop, Martell, don't do that. And she like, you know what? I've never seen this type of passion between Mel and Martell that I saw. Like she looked like genuinely, I wouldn't even say frightened, but like upset. She looked genuinely upset, or sounded genuinely upset. And especially with the space that we think they're in. So maybe they move past that. It kind of, I don't know, it made me think when she was that passionate. So of course, all this is happening, you're hearing her yelling, so you want to know like what's going on. We find out that Miss Wanda is in the mix. So apparently the rumor is that Miss Wanda said some things about the Hope children, the M&M kids.
Right.
Now, I don't know. There's some, Miss Wanda says, well, when Miss Wanda went live, she mentioned something about Mel and Mel's mom not knowing who Mel's dad is. So I don't know if that's where they went wrong.
Right.
Or if she actually,
her dad doesn't want her. She's like, girl, the man that you claim to even be your father don't even want nothing to even have no dealings with you. So
right.
It's a lot. But I mean, my question is, what's that have to do with you? Like, I don't.
And they're saying she said something about the kids, which I wouldn't put it past Miss Wanda, because it's not the first time they said that Miss Wanda has said something about the kids. Well, actually, not they said. I mean, everybody saw it. It was on social media. She said something about their hair.
Right. Yeah. She pretty much said that apparently, allegedly, that she said that little mama, sugar mama, not little mama, but sugar mama was not Martell's. And I'm like, I'm sorry, them kids look just like no.
Right. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
And so Miss Wanda basically set the play. First of all, this was, from my understanding, the event that they were filming was supposed to be in support of Miss Wanda and her food truck.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But then I saw where Stormy was saying, so I thought the food truck was supposed to be loaded baked potatoes. But then Stormy was saying she had got some ribs and some macaroni and cheese from her. And she said it was nasty.
Right. Because she said
that
Miss Wanda goes, she said that I don't see how it was nasty because she had a couple of plates.
Oh, I ain't see that. She said it was just like noodles. The mac and cheese was just like mac and no cheese. And the ribs was dry. But she did say that her mom thought the chicken was pretty good.
Yeah. Child.
But so Miss Wanda said that her husband got a couple of plates, right? The Stormy's husband got a couple of plates?
I don't maybe, I don't know.
Either way, all of this led into a petition for Miss Wanda to be kicked off of Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Right.
Which led to Go ahead.
Yeah, so I've been thinking, and this is the thing. Well, remember, so even before even the whole petition thing, I think that the biggest part of the reason why the petition really came about is because apparently they were saying that Mel and Miss Wanda actually had a physical altercation.
Right.
And so people were like, oh yeah, no, like she needs to go. And my thing is, honestly, if we look at the history of reality TV, besides the Bad Girls Club, a lot of times, like, that's just number one rule. When you sign those contracts, you don't put your hands on anybody. And once you did, you were out. So I think that a lot of people were probably like, she can't be putting her hands on, but Mel did confirm. She said that there was no physical altercation. She said she was not touched by any means necessary. So that whole situation where Wanda is saying that she did put her hands, so she was like, oh, I got her. Oh yeah, I got her real good. And then
was she talking about physically getting her or like jabbing her with words?
Right. Yeah, I don't really remember Wanda's live. First of all, she went live, it was dark as I don't know what. So I was like, Wanda, this is a bit much. So my brain just wasn't even really captivated by what she was even really saying. And Wanda has her own vocabulary. So she said that Mel had the audacity to put her fingers in her face. And everybody said, is everybody going to tell Miss Wanda that the word is audacity? So, Wanda, we just need to make a whole clip of Wanda's words because, child, she has her own vocab for sure. But yeah,
she speaks in cursive.
Yeah.
So it's
I
like,
actually used to work with a woman that spoke just like that. And I just was like, everybody was like, used to always, I loved her. She was my heart. Like she always had my back. But
I'm sure we
this,
got some country aunts that speak like that. Like
yeah,
I'm sure I got a great aunt or two that speaks like that, but it's just, I
yeah,
mean,
it's a bit much when when you on TV. It's like, let's somebody help Wanda crack open a dictionary and the thesaurus, the source in an encyclopedia. Break
like,
down the synonyms, the antonyms, the
right.
the
It's like, of course, you
syllables.
couldn't be of any assistance to Tisha in her speech impediment because you have a speech impediment. Like, you have a
Yeah, no,
situation going on.
yeah, but I don't know. Like, I still don't understand the Tisha's speech impediment. But anyway, whatever. So yeah, so I don't even know. The
I
thing is
think you have a
I don't
list.
I don't really ever hear it. It just sounds she just sounds real breathy to me. Like, and it's just me being what you call them teacher. Like I just all I hear is breathiness. Like she has a lot of air that
Mm.
is in between her words. So I don't as far as a lisp, I don't really hear a lisp. I just hear very, very insecure speaking and just really breathy, like,
I think some words she almost pronounces incorrectly. Like she has to really take her time and say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I mean, and that also just may just be how she grew up too.
You know,
Like I mean,
but
if
like the acid.
Miss Wanda's vocabulary was like that, then she probably really has to, she's probably thinking of, I don't want to say code switching, but she has to
It's probably
really
almost a case of her hearing a word for so long and thinking it's correct, and
right,
then going off to college or whatever and finding out that's not even how you pronounce it.
right. Yep.
So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
so Martell went live and said that Miss Wanda is in fact off the show,
Right.
which nobody really believes Martell.
Yeah. When
And
I saw it, I was like, no, I don't think so.
and then Marceau, we believe, came back
Yeah,
and
he is the one that
that is
confirmed.
Marceau's right. Okay, that she's not off the show, even
Yeah,
though
he
he
said
can't
even
stand her.
even though I don't like her, I was like, dang, you had to let us know how you really felt. But yes, that yeah, she is, she's on the show still. The thing is this, obviously, like, and I get it again. Yes, if it were true that she had put her hands on yeah, and
Mel-
I totally understand that people really don't really think that she brings value to the show, but people have to understand it's not about at this point we're seeing like the downfall of again something that was supposed to start off to be really a powerful positive show.
Mm,
It's definitely because people you have a lot of people at this point that are like, okay, what's going on with love and marriage Huntsville? Like we've seen one marriage collapse and now it's like it's just nothing but like all this petty drama. And so they're like, okay, Mel and Martell are no more. So what else is being drummed up? So Carlos is not firing Miss Wanda, and the
well,
thing is when I did see Mel when she went live, she did go live and when she confirmed that no, nobody put their hands on me. I was not touched in no type of way. Somebody was like, so what happened? And she was like, y'all just gotta watch the show.
watch the show, watch the show.
Yeah. So my thing is, all of this, everybody, getting into their feelings. Listen, because even apparently they were saying that both Mel and Martell, since they're producers, were saying to do a blackout this Saturday so that ratings can go down so they're feeling supported of them not wanting to watch Miss Wanda. But I was like, this is the thing. Even if you did do a blackout, there's some people that be like, okay, cool. Well, I know that what's going to be on there next week ain't going to be what just happened this week. So that's fine. I don't have to watch the show. But I mean, for what reason?
My whole thing is Wanda Wanda is probably not good in your personal space, but she's good for TV. Like when you think about it, all of those black reality shows has like a messy mama,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's Mama D or Mama Joyce or Mama Jones. Everybody has a mama somebody
Yes.
on the show, you know, the messy mama role. So, and you know, Miss Wanda fills that void for Love and Marriage Huntsville. So,
Right. Yes. Yes. So, yeah, I
but did you
just,
see Miss Wanda say Mel and Martell sped off together, and she was like, her ex-man, that's now
yeah.
her new man that she divorced. I was like, oh, so now Miss Wanda trying to say they back together.
Yeah, no, I don't believe that at all. I believe that because the one thing that I will say that Mel also, she was yelling out, she was like, your children are right here, your children are right here, they're watching you, they're watching you. And so, just like anybody, a lot of people were saying online, like, the thing is, we know that deep down inside, Martell definitely misses Mel, period. I'm not going to say that Mel doesn't miss Martell at all because, again, you've spent many years, you have 4 children together. So those feelings don't just erupt and go like, oh, away, like I'm whatever, right? Like, I don't care how you twist and turn it. It just doesn't happen like that. But what I will say, and I definitely commend Martell at the end of the day, like that. And I just hope, I'll say this, I just hope that he looks at his behavior and how he definitely had Mel's back in this particular situation, to have her back, to understand that, watch what you say about your children's mother on TV and how you treat your children's mother on TV, because you can't just decide that, hey, one minute I'm gonna say this or I'm gonna be like this, and then the next minute be like, oh, I'm gonna have her back because we ride or die over here.
Right.
So like, keep that same energy, Martell, all the time. Hey, me and my wife, I mean, me and my children's mother, Mel, we're no longer together, but best believe that, hey, you know what, our marriage does not depict, who Mel is as an individual, as far as how she shows up as a mother, a businesswoman. Like, I just want him to just be on that same energy, not just for no drama, or just because he feels like one of his kids were disrespected or whatever it was, right? So I just hope that Martell, whatever. But yeah, I know I'm pretty sure, because we don't. I mean, I think they came together. So they just was probably, I don't know. I don't. I think that it's just one of Miss Wanda's, one of her little moments of being like, because this is her. She just want to say something. She just got to say something, or feel like, I want to get the last jab, or I want to, oh, they in this car right here. We don't even know if they was even really in the car. We don't know if
I know
Marcel
what to
was in
say. You
that
couldn't
car.
see. The windows was tinted out, so you couldn't see.
Okay. So, all we know is that Martell could have parked his car or his truck or whatever around the corner, and because they only, maybe allowed a certain amount of whatever on set, and she was just taking him to his car. We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know. Like, I did not read into that at all. Because even when she went live, when they told her the first time she went live, and they actually told her that she couldn't go live, they was like, no, because we're filming. She was like, oh, okay. She was like, well, I gotta go. I'll be back when this is before all the drama. But she was like, hey, hi guys, hey, whatever. She's like, this is she was like, that's Martell. And then she moved on, and somebody else was around.
I think her mom and Miss Wanda.
Oh yeah, she was like, mom. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but even you heard Wanda start with, because I don't know, Martell and Wanda was having a discussion, and he was like, "Well, you need to hire me so I can cook and da 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 da." And she was like, "Yeah, blah, 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 whatever." And then I forgot what specifically what was said, but she was like, "That's all right. I'm ready for Mel." Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm ready for that. And I was like, okay, so.
Miss Wanda looks, when I see her in her lives, she looks better in her lives than she does on the show. On the show, she looks harder for some reason. She looks softer when she's on her live. Yeah, she doesn't look. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's like on the show she looks like, and when I say this, I don't mean look like him, but I mean just like her skin looks. She looks like James Brown when she's on the show, but when I see her on live, she looks softer. Like she's more attractive when I see her on the live. Like she's probably better looking in person than she is on the show.
Yeah, I mean, many of them all had to upgrade because if you look at when they first started off, I was like, "Ooh, child, the wigs."
I used to hate Melody's little blonde, the short thing she had. I hated it. It was so country.
Yeah, a lot of whatever that was going on in the very beginning, they definitely have upgraded.
Yeah,
for sure. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, huh?
I mean, that's really it for them for now. I mean, we got next week.
Yeah, it's just it's giving unnecessary drama for sure. I when I say that Miss Wanda needs to leave the show, I mean, again, if you're looking at it from a producer's aspect of it, no, she doesn't need to leave the show because people are going to then stay tuned in. What's she going to say? What's she going to do? So she at this point, she's become the most interesting part of the show. I mean, truth be told, unfortunately, because nobody really wants, at this point, I don't think anybody really cares about the whole Mel and Destiny thing. You have a lot of people that are calling Stormy ghetto. So you actually have a lot of people. Yeah, you actually have a lot of people that's not really checking for Stormy. And I even looked at her live. She said some really interesting things as well when they was like, why didn't you have Mel's back? And she was just like, I didn't need to have Mel's back. She said what went down was grown people having at it. And she said, I didn't feel the need to step in. She said, but one thing about it is, she said, if I am needed, all my friend got to do is holler. And she said, I was good. She was good.
She made it clear too that she's trying to get to know both, everyone. And so she's not really she doesn't want to get like in the middle or take sides or anything. Like she's getting to know everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Which, I think that's great for sure.
Yeah.
Because again, what she's trying to do is not make the same mistake that Tiffany made.
Exactly.
But it still seems to not be pleasing to people because they're still like, you ghetto, you this, you say you a businesswoman, and she's just like, what do I have to do to prove to you guys that, like, yes, I'm a businesswoman, yes, a very successful businesswoman, yes, I'm earning 7 figures and up, but that has nothing to do with anything,
Right.
I mean,
she always is calm. It's not like she'd be bucking on people or nothing. She'd just be like, it's okay. It's gonna be all right.
Child. Yeah, so I don't know what you guys think. Do you think that Miss Wanda needs to leave the show?
Let us know.
Yes, definitely. I don't know. I will say that and I guess they're trying with probably Stormy and her husband, even though we haven't really seen any interaction with her husband's on the show, but we haven't really seen them like kind of like talking.
Is he her business partner?
I'm not really sure. But we haven't seen that yet. So I think that, they're looking for the next big thing. But I do think that Wanda just needs to, she has her freedom of Wanda speech. But I don't know. I just feel like she need to reel in a little bit. She need to reel in.
I wonder if this group is the most successful people in Huntsville. Because I hear Huntsville is not that big at all.
Yeah, it's not that big. But
I think it's even, from what I hear, I think it might be smaller than DC.
Probably.
And so I'm just wondering, are they like the most successful? I'm sure they're the most famous, but are they the most successful people in Huntsville?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Chad, I don't know, but I hope that, again, I always say it, I just hope that Wanda will find some business of her own to mind. Period. Like, girl, just focus on your little food truck. And
that I hear is broke down.
I know. Somebody said, they was like, this was the investment. I said, oh my gosh. I said,
knowing Marcel, he probably was like, I'll invest, but she better find a used truck. Long as it run, long as she can cook on it. Like, he probably was like, my compromise is giving the bare minimum.
Terrible.
Instead of just saying no.
Terrible. Like Kimmy said, he's like, oh yeah, no, we're not going to do that. And she's like, no, I believe you cutting checks.
Right.
And Tisha was like, yep. Mm-hmm.
He's going to cut the yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway.
All right, cousin.
Yes. Y'all, let us know what you think. You think Wanda should be off the show? If so, why? And, you know, when this saga continues,
Right.
like, I feel like we always, you know, next episode is Tisha's family digging into Marcel. So
it was weird looking.
So yeah, they really what you call them. But I will say this, which because Uncle Pete.
I think that's Wanda's cousin, right?
Oh, okay. Well, I would just.
But he was on a live with Wanda recently.
Well, Uncle Pete.
She was like, "Cuz, get in here, cuz."
Oops.
Okay.
Well, Uncle Pete wasn't having it, and Uncle Pete was like going on because we from the other side of the tracks, right? Yeah. I was like, ooh. And
you're definitely giving other side of the tracks, Uncle Pete.
So, you know, but I will have to say that if Tisha was my relative and I was looking at Tisha on Love and Marriage Huntsville, I wouldn't say that I would definitely be the most supportive of their marriage because of what I see now. As far as what is presented to me in person, you know, I don't know if that side of her family knows that, but if they don't know it and all they do get is Marcel on TV, then I could for sure, I would be concerned too. I would have questions too, you know. So
I don't know if I feel it like unless you somebody who is a part of her life, like you are prominent in her life, and don't do this. Don't try to get your little.
I feel like they are. I feel like those were the same cousins and what you call them that was at like I guess was her graduation barbecue or something.
And so was Kiki, and now look what she's doing.
Yeah,
Kiki called herself getting on Kimmy.
Yeah,
Kiki called herself getting on Kimmy about their situation, and then turned around and now she's hanging with Melody, and then she's talking about I'm upset with you about something that happened 4 years ago. But were you upset with her about what happened 4 years ago when you was getting on Kimmy? Like, I'm confused. Like Kiki.
Yeah, Kiki. that whole sit down was.
I'm still trying to figure out what Kiki did. Like, because they talked about it briefly again at the table. They were like, you know, we just had to tell the host what was going on before she came to their house.
It definitely is sounding like some illegal activity. Like,
remember I said I thought she was like stealing or something.
Yeah, but say she either was a part of like some fraud or, you know, and they probably was like, listen, like before y'all hear from anybody else, we just letting you know that unfortunately she was involved. Whether it was false accusations or whatever, or, you know, she's about to go trial for this reason. So, you know, I don't know. But yeah, it's definitely something. But from my
in the comments
from the streets, from the internet streets, people were like, actually, it's actually not that deep. Like people were like, when y'all find out what it is, you're gonna be like, huh?
So is it that? Did you hear that? So this is what I heard. I heard that what it is that, well, what the rumor is that she just had like a heavy roach and bed bug infestation in her house. And that basically they were not warning them, but letting them know that, you know, she's coming over here and she had that issue in her home, you know, I guess in case she had bed bugs in her clothes, I guess. And so, you know, I guess bring it from house to house type of thing. Yeah. So that's what the comments were saying. Like she had a major like roach and bed bug infestation. Now, and if that's it, I'm gonna be through. Cause that is
yeah. I don't know.
I'm gonna stick with the stealing theory that I came up with. That didn't want it to come out that.
But I could definitely see how that's definitely a little bit embarrassing. Because nobody won't be like this. And you come into this thing and be like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" And they looking at you a little funny, thinking in the back of their head like this. Ooh, that's just me. Oh, girl, don't let me have your coat. You gonna put your coat over
Just
here.
Shake it out outside.
They gave
and
her.
When you hear about somebody who having like bed bugs or roaches, and you just start itching, you be like,
right, yeah. So they probably was like, "Let me get you a hefty bag," and she probably was like, "I'm confused. Like, why is my stuff being separated from?" And they probably was like, "We just told them, about your situation." Oh, yeah. I mean, again, I'm not saying that it should be 4 years, but I can see how that can be embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? Especially because I'm assuming that she grew up the way that she grew up, and then I don't know if she was on hard times, but just the thing, let me just say this, just because you can have the cleanest home and still have a roach, especially if you're living in an apartment. I don't know, if she was living in a house, that's something different, but if you live in an apartment and it's not always about you having the cleanest house. Like if you got some nasty, dirty people that live amongst whatever, these bad boys be going through these walls and the crack of the crevices of the hose, and they just be like, "Hey, how you doing?"
If you live in a house, like if she lives in a townhouse, it's connected, or
right.
you have row houses or whatever.
Yeah. So, yeah. So So yeah, I can see how it can definitely is embarrassing. Like, okay, y'all should have. And my thing is, and I don't know, I would say this. Let's say if it was you, and I knew that you was going through that, and then I found out that Mel, if Kiki was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be there because Mel invited me," and then they stayed, or Mel, whatever. My first response would have been, I'm gonna call Ronnie, and I'm gonna say, "Hey, listen, I do know your situation. Do you think that it would probably be best that you talk to them and let them know, like, hey guys, unfortunately, I'm coming from a home that is, going through whatever, but this is what I can at least guarantee that, I'll have a new outfit from the store that's not even, what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I feel like that they at least should have gave Kiki the opportunity to maybe say it for herself. And then if Kiki declined and said, I'm not telling her business. That's not in her business that I have roaches and bed bugs, then, then maybe that would be. But yeah, I definitely would have gave Kiki the opportunity first. I would have called and been like, oh, okay.
Well, maybe she didn't know. Maybe like she was at the party and Mel was just like, yeah, I invited your cousin. And then, because the way Kiki was saying it, like, y'all talked about me or whatever, like negatively. And so maybe she was like, I invited your cousin. She was like, you did? Oh, she got roaches. Like, it became a thing. Like,
my Lord.
Girl, why you invite her? She got roaches. Yes, like that type of situation. Now, like, let me just pull you to the side and let you know this, because the way Kiki is saying it, like, she was told that they were like talking down on her, like talking bad about her, like, so it wasn't like a gentle, yeah, girl, no, she got a little issue going on. It was probably like, girl, she got roaches, and now y'all about to have roaches, because
now y'all about to have roaches. A mess. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We'll catch y'all on the next episode. But until then, remember to love up on that like button. Share, and always subscribe.
Yes.
All right. Peace.